Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Happy Mardi Gras.
In case you didn't know, today is Fat Tuesday, and in New Orleans, they say it's time for the largest free party in the world. We're talking about Mardi Gras.
So, it's after the Super Bowl. It's Mardi Gras. I've got a bunch of bottles that are right on the edge of kill. I said, let me commiserate the end of the football season and let's do some bottle kills tonight. So, the first bottle, man, Blue Note Juke Joint. This was a store pick from the bottle shop. They do an amazing job there. I absolutely love their stuff there. And this thing's been giving me a nice still cork pop on it. I've absolutely loved this bottle. This bottle I've actually gone back to multiple times. So much so I had to go buy another one of this bottle in particular. This is their Lucky 7 anniversary bottle, their 7th year there. I thought it was fantastic. So this uncut, unfiltered, coming in at 114.1. First bottle going down tonight. So I don't know about you. I always hate it when football season ends. Absolutely hate that. I've got all these months. I know that we'll have the combine, have free agency, have draft. But it's a long route. Man, this thing's got a great nose to it too. So this thing, I always get some nice caramels on it. Get a little bit of breadiness on it. Almost get like a buttery quality to it. Get some peach on it. It's got a little bit of a rye type of nose to it as well. I love this bottle. This one's right up my alley. 114 proof, kind of like right into where I like to be. I do drink some higher stuff sometimes. It's super viscous, great mouthfeel. If you haven't had any Blue Note stuff, man, check them out. I think they do an amazing job. I'm interested to see some thoughts from somebody else. If you haven't checked out Cutlass, check out Cutlass's channel. He's actually got a bottle of this. I'm waiting for a review from him on this. I'd like to hear his thoughts on it. Butterscotchy, fruity, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of spice on the back. Great mouthfeel, buttery quality to it. Fantastic pour. Like I said, I was sad to see this one go. Sometimes that's the way it works. I've got 4 other that I'm killing today. I'll try to get through them quick because I know I get wordy sometimes. But I just, I hate to see bottles go, especially good bottles. I know we're early into 2024. What was the bottle that you've killed so far this year that you were disappointed that's already gone? I'm going to have a bunch of hitters up here that I'm just going to be so sad to see them go. And they all have their own story too. I love the store picks at the bottle shop, and I think they do it right. So with this one right here, my first Blue Note was actually hunting with Terrence. In July, we got an Orphan Barrel, which I haven't cracked yet, but I was like, I wanted to save that, which is a really neat story all in its own, the Orphan Barrel. But since then, I've got like 4 or 5 other Blue Notes. And this one for me just really just hits a sweet spot for me. It's a nice end of the day sipper, but it's got enough proof to let you know that it's there. I've only drank this one neat. Some bourbons I'll have maybe in an old fashioned, occasionally, not all the time. But this one, I loved it so much, it was just neat the whole way. What'd you guys think about the Super Bowl? I was talking with my son-in-law today who just got back. He was deployed. He just got back in last night. So thankful for that. So thankful for our military. I absolutely love that he got back in last night. He'll be hanging out at the house for a couple of weeks, but then he's got to go to some more training. But we're glad that we get a couple of weeks with him before he goes off and trains again. But at least he's back in the States now. Got him a couple of nice bottles for Christmas. He just got them the other day. One of them's a special bottle that I've never even shared with the channel yet that I'll be sharing once I get everything done downstairs. It's one I want to share because it's got a neat story behind it. And another bottle was an Elijah Craig that I barreled myself at Heaven Hill. We barreled 2 bottles when we were at the Heaven Hill Distillery. One was an Elijah Craig, which I gave to my son-in-law for a Christmas gift. His birthday is also the same time, so we got another bottle for his birthday. Hope I'm not sending him down the wrong path there. But the other bottle was a Larceny bottle that my wife was the one that actually bottled, and we gave that as part of a gift to Dave Vogelsang this Christmas with a bunch of other content creators for all the things that he's donated through the years. That is such a good pour. Luckily, that was just my regular Glen. I got another regular Glen over here. Another bottle with a story coming up. Golly. You got to cleanse your palate a little bit. Man, that Blue Note was just so good. This one right here, I just hate seeing this one go. This is the Nulu. This is their honey finish from the House of Bourbon. This was a gift to the channel from Terrence. As you see, I rationed this one for a very, very long time. Was very excited about this bottle. I've let a couple other people try this. Matt at Whiskey Wisdom absolutely fell in love with this bottle as well. Fantastic bottle. That, I mean, look how, I don't know if you see how cloudy that is. It's almost like looking at apple cider, how cloudy this is at the bottom of this barrel. Oh, man, honey and corn. Oh, but nice, super sweet corn, kind of like a caramel corn on there with all that honey on there. Like I said, when you look at how cloudy this is, the bottom of that bottle from all that honey that came off of that honey barrel, it's literally like apple cider. It is so cloudy. Terrence, this bottle breaks my heart to drink this bottle to finish this one because it is so freaking good. And there's memory behind it too, which I really, really like. You know, a lot of times I associate bottles with different times or moments or people or things like that. This was just one of those amazing gifts from somebody that I just loved so much. And it is the honey finish that I fell in love with probably the most. Man. It has got such a neat finish to it. It almost has like this Mike and Ike type of finish to the back on it a little bit. So you get that intense honey, you get some spice on it, tiny bit of oak, and get some caramel, some popcorn going on. Then you get this like Mike and Ike thing on the back, which I think is outstanding. And I'm sure it's part of that honey that comes with it. You get that kind of honey funk finish on it. And this is so thick, you can see the sugars just coated up the side of the glass on that. Absolutely fantastic pour. Whew. Terrence, thank you so very much. This bottle, a lot of other people got to taste it and try it. So awesome. It was a great bottle. Great way to kind of finish off Mardi Gras here. But man, we got a couple other bottles to go. 3 other bottles to go here. So what are we going to do here today? Let's do some Auburn today. I got my Auburn Glen out here. Put that over to the side. And I'll tell you, this next bourbon is one that really turned me around for how much I really started to enjoy this company. A lot of people are like, man, you're missing out. You're missing out. And I'm like, it's just not right for me. It's just not hitting it for me. And then I had an opportunity at one of my stores, kind of part of a loyalty thing, to get this bottle. And I said, you know what? If I'm ever going to like one, this will probably be the one that I like. Four Roses 135th anniversary. This thing right here, absolutely changed my mind on, man, I'm going to miss that one. Absolutely changed my mind on Four Roses. Could be I didn't have the right blend. You know, they use different yeasts and they have different blends and stuff like that. And I almost broke my Auburn glass on that one. But I said, maybe if I'm going to do it, this will be the one to do it. And I'll tell you what, absolutely fell in love with the Four Roses 135th edition. If I could get another one today, I would. I wouldn't drink it as fast, just because as much. And I share these a lot too. Every one of these bottles not only has a story for me, but it has a story for other people, members like you, because I've shared a lot of these with other people. Patreons, giveaways, whatever, because I like people to try stuff. I want people to say, it was a good pour and have a memory because of it. Oh, man. The nose on this is just so neat because it goes in so many different directions on this. It's got a floral note to it. It's got some different type of, I would say an herbal note to it. It's got like a brown sugar note to it. Super viscous on the sides. I mean, long, thick legs on this thing. If you like thick legs on your bourbons, you're in the right place for this. Beautiful color. Kind of got that orange, nice orangey, burnt sunset type of color going on. And it just smells good. You know, I mean, the best part about these is you don't get any kind of ethanol, nothing that's super heavy that just punches you in the face. It just smells like you sat down to a great meal and you're experiencing all these wonderful flavors at once. Oh, man, I'll miss this one. What a super, super smooth sipper that amps up the different flavors in different ways. You get that nice, sweet, you get kind of a creaminess going on. You get a kind of a buttery thing going on. You get some of that light brown sugar, a little bit of light corn. And then on the back end, you're kind of getting some different spices, some herbal notes, a nice little sweet on the finish. Oh, man. If all bourbons tasted like this, it would be an amazing day. Now, like I said, this one really turned me around on Four Roses. I was not the biggest Four Roses person until this. And then I've had a couple subsequent bottles after that that have really changed my mind. I get like a little bit of a bubble gum and a grape on the very back on this too. And it's neat because it transitions. It goes from sweet, you kind of get that spicy, and then you kind of get a little bit of dryness from some oak on the back, a little bit of tobacco. I mean, this one goes all over the gambit, but it's nice. It just rolls nice and slow into the next thing. It's like taking a puff on a cigar and just letting it roll, and you kind of get the different flavors and tastes. That's the way this Four Roses 135th edition is fantastic that way. I am sad to see these go. 3 down, 2 still to go. Man. These next two want to bring a tear to my damn eye. Got my 13th Colony Distilleries glass here. This one, golly, this is that double oaked. It's batch 2. It's coming in like 136 proof. I mean, it looks like motor oil going into your glass. You get like every little drop out of that thing right there. So freaking good. Amazing pour. Like I said, your tribe a lot of times helps you with so many things. I would be lost without Jeremy Ledford on this. Jeremy's the one that helped hunt this for me. I had to spend more than, MSRP, but it was less than secondary. Jeremy secured this for me. Jeremy Ledford, thank you so much for that. I say this every once in a while. It's like going on a great date with bad intentions. Like you go on this date and you know right away that the person you're on this date with has some bad intentions for you. Not in the wrong way, but in the good way. You get chocolate, you get maple, deep corn in here. You get vanillas in here. You get some of the oak in here. And at 136 proof, it's not blowing up your nose with ethanol. This smells like what a holiday should smell like. I mean, it's fantastic. Another thing that I absolutely love with a good bourbon is the way that it transitions, that you get more than just, one punch and one flavor and you're done. You get char, you get oak, you get some chocolate in here, you get that deep corn flavors in here, but not like it's like a sweet corn, kind of a refined type of a corn, but not like this cheap, like a cheap corn whiskey type of thing. Not at all. Very nice sweet corn that goes with it. The finish on this is fantastic too. You get some of that mapley type of syrup thing going on the very back. At 136 proof, you feel some of the proof, but it doesn't just blow you away. You get some amazingness with this. I mean, this is such a freaking good bottle. It's definitely breaking my heart that bottle is gone right now. Batch 1 and batch 2 I've had, and I like batch 2 better. I'm not saying either one of them are bad. You're never going to kick them out of your class. But man, this is a special, special bottle to me. The fact that I don't have any more of this bottle, at least we're celebrating this together on Mardi Gras. It'll be released tomorrow, and that's won't be Mardi Gras anymore, but I'm having my Mardi Gras tonight. I get a lot of people may not get as much chocolate as I do, but I get so much chocolate on this. The chocolate and the maple, it's almost like a thick, charred chocolate maple bomb at the end of it for me. Absolutely love it. Golly. Just want to sit there and reflect on this for a minute. Let this one finish for a minute. Get out my dolphin glass for the last one. This last bottle, golly. Like I said, there's a story behind these. So I'm trying to work on my BTAC lineup. And I always said to myself, if I get a second of a BTAC, I'm going to crack it. Because, I just want to complete the lineup. But I want the rest of it. I want to share and have fun with it. 13th colony still finishing. Golly. Just want to savor on that a little bit. If I can put my tongue in the bottle and lick the bottle, I would get more out of there. But I can't quite do that. My tongue's not that long. Last one is this George T. Stagg. So I got this from a member of the channel through a trade. That Muffin Man, awesome guy. Absolutely was so excited to get this bottle because I got to open it. I've got a George T. Stagg behind me, but since I had two, I got to open it. What did that do? It did a lot of great things. I got people that this was their dream bottle they wanted to have a sample of. I've got them samples of it. I've got people that, one thing I'm big on is our military. And I know how hard Memorial Day is for some people. But I offered a couple of samples up for anyone that wanted a special pour to commemorate somebody for Memorial Day. The George T. Stagg and the 13th Colony Double Oak Batch 1 are the ones I put on the table and said, look, you've experienced someone that's paid the ultimate price. They've signed that ultimate check with their life to defend our country and our freedoms and allow us to do some of the crazy ass stuff we do, like videos like this. And so I was able to share this George T. Stagg and that 13th Colony Double Oak with some people for that, and some other giveaways and Patreons that said, I've always wanted to pour that. And I was excited to do that because bourbon's not just for me to sit around and drink by myself. Bourbon's meant for you guys. I say it all the time. It's a facilitator. It's so we can have great conversations, so we can talk about things, so we can open up and say, hey, what's going on in the world, or what's going on in my life, and what's going on, or, at the end of the day, sharing a special pour with someone, or in memory of or commiserating for somebody. So this George T. Stagg was for that. This enabled me to get a BTAC out, not only to myself, but other people. So I can hopefully make them go through and have a nice night, have a nice pour at the end of the day. Because I'm big on that. I'm big on having a nice time. And you're never going to go wrong with George T. Stagg. This one's actually one of the lower proof George T. Staggs. This one's coming in at 116 proof. So there's a lot higher proof ones out there. But it's not like you're going to kick it out of your glass. Man, absolutely no ethanol on this. I absolutely love that. Getting the light brown sugar. Hey, Alexa, off. So Alexa wanted to talk to me for a minute, so sorry about that. You get some of the classic type of things. You get the brown sugar, you get the vanilla, you get some of the oak, but it's just balanced so nice. It just smells so good. And I'm sure I'm sweating right now because I am enjoying every one of these pours. Man, you have a good bourbon when it hits your palate and it's just like lightning and rainbows and stars, but it's not burning you up. You get this nice smooth journey with it. At 116 proof, you're figuring this thing's going to be, going to have some pop to it, but it's so balanced that you get sweet, and then you get some of the vanillas, and then you get a little bit of the char, and then you get a little bit of a tobacco on the back end of this. What an amazing mouthfeel. Get a little bit of cherry on there now. So the fruit's starting to stand out a little bit on this. Got a very nice finish to it. So that's the best part about something like this, is that I got to share this with a bunch of people, and they got to enjoy this pour. I know one for sure is Too Tall Paul. This was kind of one of his, like, hey, I'm never going to have this pour. I'm like, dude, you got this pour. And there was a lot of other people that got it. So one thing I'd ask you, if I've ever shared one of these pours with you, put it in the comments. Say, hey, this was a pour that I really liked. It may not be one of these. Maybe it's another one I shared with you. I just like to hear about the things that we shared and things that we had in common. If I shared a pour for you, what was it for? That's the cool part. That's the neat part for me. Is at the end of the day, the drink is the drink, and there's some amazing drinks here, but the connections that you make are the most important things. Football season's over. Mardi Gras ending. By the time this video comes out, it'll be over with. Got a lot of good work ahead of us. Looking forward to that. Absolutely appreciative of everything you guys have done for this channel. You guys have grown this channel. It hasn't been me, it's been you guys that have grown this channel, and I appreciate that. You guys let me have a great time talking to you every day. You let me share some great pours with you, and you share some great pours back. Let's talk about that today. Got to meet up one of the guys today. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. Jay, got to hang out with him today. I had a bottle I was holding on to him for a while. Got to share a pour with him, but he hands me 4 others. That's the amazing part about you guys. You guys, as much as I think I want to share, you guys share more, and I absolutely appreciate y'all. I appreciate the opportunity of you guys listening to this long video today. Kill all these bottles today. 5 down. But most importantly, if you're working today, I hope your work day goes by fast. But I hope you're successful in everything you do. I hope you bring energy to your teams. I hope you guys are successful in building up not only your business, but yourself, because I want you guys to be successful. If you're off today, I'm hoping time just dials it down a bit. I hope you guys have an amazing time with your family, your friends, or yourself. Hope you have a great meal. I hope you have a great pour. But most importantly, I hope you have some great time just to reflect and figure out what you want to do. But most importantly, at the end of all this, cheers and God bless. Thank you for everything you do.